All right, so we got a really cool video sent to us from the future, and it's called How to Script a YouTube Video That Keep 'Em Hooked. And
I've seen that one. That one's really good.
it is. It's good. It really got us thinking about how to approach scripting content, or just even like thinking about how to make things more engaging. So we thought, let's do a listen and learn.
Okay, so looking ahead to 2025 as a small business owner, it can feel like you're sailing into the fog a bit, right?
Yeah, definitely. Lots of uncertainty. But what if you could kind of get a map?
Exactly. A sneak peek at the marketing strategies that are actually going to work, that'll set the really smart businesses apart.
And that's what we're doing today. We've been looking at this really insightful videos from Jade Beeson on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the one called How Smart Small Business Will Market Themselves in 2025.
That's the one. So our mission here in this deep dive is to really unpack the 5 key shifts she talks about.
And give you some, solid, actionable takeaways, so you're not playing catch-up, you're actually leading.
Right. Think of it as your guide to what's coming next in marketing.
So we're not just skimming the surface, we're digging into why these matter for you. Let's jump right in.
Okay.
First up is something I think is really changing. User-generated content, UGC.
Now, traditionally, UGC. What do people usually think?
Usually it's like customers posting about a brand.
Right. Or sometimes maybe even brands paying creators to make stuff that looks authentic, for the brand's own channels.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of styled authenticity. But here's the interesting twist for 2025, according to the source.
The really smart businesses, they're going to be focusing hard on getting their actual customers, their real fans, to create the content.
It's a shift, isn't it? Instead of paying for fake authentic,
you're tapping into real enthusiasm. Think about offering a discount code, maybe, or a coupon.
Just for sharing a photo and tagging the brand.
Exactly. Because that genuine recommendation, it just carries so much more weight. It feels different.
It really does. Like Jade mentioned her own swimwear boutique in the video.
Oh yeah, the example.
She'd offer, 15% off the next order?
If customers shared a tagged photo wearing the swimwear.
And she said it worked incredibly well. Generated real buzz, reached people genuinely interested, way better than just a polished ad sometimes.
That's a perfect illustration. It shows the power of a real person saying, hey, I like this.
Even if the brand doesn't get the rights to reuse that photo everywhere.
Right. Even without that, the recommendation itself to that person's friends and followers, that builds trust in a way ads struggle to. It's like gold.
Absolutely. It's like old school word of mouth, but, amplified online.
And how brands showcase this stuff is evolving too.
Yeah, the source mentioned this Instagram feature they're testing.
The collaboration one for carousels.
That's it. Which could be a really neat way to interact with customer content.
Yeah, it sounds like brands could basically put out a call for submissions within a carousel post.
Like, show us how you use our product.
Exactly. Then followers submit their photos or videos. The brand picks their favorites.
And includes them right there in the carousel.
Right. And maybe gives the contributors a little something, like a free gift or a shout out.
That sounds really interactive. Fun, even.
Totally. It's like co-creating content, building that community feel, and getting authentic UGC. Win-win-win.
Makes your customers feel genuinely part of the brand story. Okay, so that's UGC evolving. Let's pivot slightly to something maybe less glamorous, but absolutely vital. Strategic marketing planning.
Yes. The plan. Because great ideas are, just ideas without one.
So true. You need that structure to make things happen.
And the source highlighted a really helpful free resource from HubSpot.
Designed to fight that blank page syndrome. I know that feeling.
We all do, that blinking cursor. Yeah. So this HubSpot resource, it tackles that.
How does it help specifically? What's in it?
Well, it's pretty comprehensive. It starts with the classic SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, the basics.
If you grounded in where you stand.
Exactly. But then it guides you through mapping out your actual marketing opportunities, defining your customer personas really clearly.
Understanding who you're actually talking to.
Right. And then picking the right channels to reach them, figuring out your overall strategy, choosing the tech you need.
And the budget, of course. Always the budget.
Always the budget. So it covers the whole spectrum, really. It breaks it down.
That sounds incredibly practical, especially if you don't have a massive marketing department.
Precisely. And here's a really interesting modern layer they've added.
Oh.
It includes guidance on using AI tools.
Yeah.
Like ChatGPT or Gemini.
Okay, how so?
Well, for each section of the plan, it suggests how you could use AI. You'll feed it your data, use specific prompts it suggests.
And it helps generate ideas or insights.
Yeah. But, and this is key, it stresses that you then need to take the AI output, analyze it, and apply your own judgment and understanding of your business.
So AI as a co-pilot, not the pilot.
Exactly. It's a tool to enhance your thinking, not replace it, which is smart.
Very smart. It helps overcome the blank page, but keeps you in control. And if you want to check that resource out, we'll make sure there's a link.
Good idea.
Okay, moving on. Strategy number 3, smart events and experiences.
Right. Now, when you hear brand events, maybe you picture those like super expensive influencer trips, right? Flown off somewhere fancy.
Yeah, all over Instagram. Looks nice, but...
But the source suggests that might be fading a bit. Or at least the effectiveness is being questioned.
Are people getting tired of it?
Maybe a bit. There's a sense that consumers are maybe growing a little weary, maybe even a bit resentful of that kind of exclusivity and perceived excess.
Interesting. So what's the smart approach then, especially for small businesses who can't afford that anyway?
The focus seems to be shifting towards events that are more tactical, accessible, effective.
Things people can actually attend.
Yes. And the real value here is twofold. One, these events create great authentic content for your social media.
Pictures, videos, people having a good time.
Right. And two, maybe even more importantly, they build real-world connections, actual bonding with your audience.
Okay, so give me some examples. What kind of budget-friendly but effective events are we talking about?
Think about things like maybe a local run club, if you're a fitness brand.
Okay.
Or hosting a casual coffee and networking morning for your B2B clients.
Nice. Low-key.
Totally. Or maybe pre-sale parties for loyal customers to get first dibs on new stuff.
People love feeling like insiders.
Exactly. Or even hands-on workshops. Like if you sell candles, maybe a candle-making workshop. Or scent making.
Those sound great. Much more doable for most businesses, and they create that genuine interaction.
Absolutely. And the key thing here, the source emphasizes, is making these events inclusive. Meaning open to both your loyal customers and maybe some relevant local influencers or creators, not just influencers.
Ah, okay. So you're rewarding the people who actually buy from you, alongside getting some influencer reach.
Precisely. It's a more balanced approach. It feels more genuine.
Makes sense. Okay, that's events. Let's hit strategy number 4. Using social media the right way.
Yeah, because apparently there's a wrong way.
Seems so. And to get this, the source suggests we think about our own social media habits. Like, when you're just scrolling, not working, what are you looking for?
Probably entertainment, inspiration, maybe learning something cool, or just relating to something.
Right. You're not usually logging onto TikTok hoping to be bombarded with sales pitches.
Definitely not. And your audience feels the same way. They're in that same headspace.
So the wrong way, according to the source.
Just constantly pushing your products. Buy this, buy that, new arrival, sale now.
That just disrupts the experience people are actually there for. And counterintuitively, it probably works less well.
It seems so. Selling on social is still possible. Obviously, businesses need to sell.
Of course.
But it needs to be more tactical, more integrated.
The source used a great phrase, wrapping sales in value. I like that.
Yeah, me too. It captures it well.
So what does that mean practically? How do you wrap sales in value?
It means that even if your post is ultimately about selling something, the content itself has to offer something else first.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be entertaining or inspiring or educational in some way related to your product or industry.
Or just relatable, maybe. Making a connection.
Exactly. The person scrolling should get something out of it. A laugh, an idea, a tip, a feeling of, oh yeah, me too, before they even necessarily register the sales part.
So you can't just post endless pictures of your product saying, buy now.
Probably not going to cut it in 2025. You need that extra layer, that value exchange.
Otherwise, you just get lost in the noise.
Completely. Businesses just doing straight up promo, they're likely going to struggle.
Okay, that's a clear warning. Right, final strategy, number 5.
This one's interesting. Involving your community in your decision making.
Ooh, okay. That sounds potentially scary for some business owners. Giving up control.
It might sound that way initially, but think about it. Aren't most businesses kind of already doing this informally?
How do you mean?
Like reading comments on posts, checking DMs for feedback or questions.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that is a form of listening to your community, getting market research.
Exactly. You're probably already gathering insights. The opportunity here is just to be more explicit about it, more intentional.
Make it obvious you're asking and listening.
Right. Like the source gave examples. Run polls in your Instagram stories.
Asking what?
Things like, hey, what color should we do next for this product? Or we're writing an ebook. What topics would you find most helpful?
Or asking on community channels, maybe YouTube community tab or something?
Exactly. It's direct market research, yes. But it also does something else.
What's that?
It tells your audience, loud and clear, your opinion matters to us. You influence what we do.
And people like feeling like they have influence, like they're valued.
Absolutely. It builds that connection, that loyalty, make them feel invested.
It's like saying, we're building this with you. That's powerful.
Very. So the takeaway isn't necessarily to start from scratch, but maybe to amplify what you might already be doing informally.
And be really clear with your audience about how their feedback actually shapes things.
You got it. Okay, so quick recap. 5 big areas for smart small businesses in 2025.
Yep. Creative UGC, getting customers involved.
Strategic planning, having that roadmap, maybe using AI as a helper.
Smart events, accessible, inclusive, building real connections.
Using social media, wrapping sales and actual value.
And finally, involving your community, making them part of your decision-making.
2. That's quite a toolkit.
It really is. So hopefully, listening to this, you're feeling a bit more equipped, a bit less like you're navigating blind into 2025.
You got the insights now.
Yeah, you're ready to be one of those smart small businesses.
And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with.
Ooh, okay.
In this super crowded digital space we're all in, could actively seeking out, really listening to, and then acting on your customer feedback, could that actually be the single biggest competitive advantage you can build next year?
Focusing on the community as your edge.
Maybe. Something to think about anyway.